Hey guys, welcome to my episode of The Bench. Before I start, I just want to thank Franklin for inviting me. It's been long awaited, but we're here. Um, so I just pray that as I begin to talk, that not only do I say my experience, but I pray that the Holy Spirit speaks through me and touches somebody who's watching right now. Amen. Amen. So hi guys, my name is Sandra. I'm from Waterford, but I'm in college. Yeah, Waterford. Waterford is good. I don't like it sometimes, but we're good. We have our moments. We have our moments. Mandy knows. So yes, I'm from Waterford, but I am currently in Cork. I am a student. I'm doing my undergrad in biochemistry. No, I rephrase that. The course is doing me because it's winning. It's it's winning. Like you see these eye bags, yeah, they're real. But yeah, that's me. Um, what else? I'm 21 years old. Um, what are my hobbies? I like to read books and the Bible. I like to watch movies, in particular Marvel movies. Like I'm a Marvel fan. Like my ears perk at the sound of Marvel. It's such a nerd thing. But that's me. What else I like to do? I like to sleep. That's my that's my downfall because whoa, guys, if sleep could kill somebody, it would kill me. Like it's such it's it's not a good habit to have, but yeah, that's those are my habits. Um but yeah, I'm here to talk about my story, my life, like who I am. Like so Franklin actually invited me to the bench like ages ago, like September, but like I was kind of like, oof, it's not really me. I'm kind of like, I'm not low key, like, but I'm just not like, oh, out there like that. So I was like, okay, if I do it with joy, that's at least like half the battle. But he's like, no, like this is your personal experience, and I'm kind of glad that he said that because, like, although me and Joy share the same brain, like there's parts of me that needs to be, said by myself. Um, so yes, he invited me around September, but I just been pushing it, just haven't found the right time. So I'm here now. You might be wondering, what are you gonna talk about? I don't know. I didn't plan it. I said I'll wing it. I just said, go with the flow, see where it takes us. You know, growing up, I was one of those girls who would like when you do your skincare, like I'll just be in the mirror, like, hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm trying to channel that inner influencer in me. I'm trying to channel that inner Emmy more. If you guys don't know about her, get to know her. She's has a really great podcast, which I will actually be talking about on this podcast. Plug. So it all started on the 4th of January 2003 on a Saturday, one blessed Saturday like this, that I was introduced into the world and the world was introduced to me. So yeah, I was born a Christian from the very start. Like I have even a picture of my christening, like with my pastor, him holding me as a baby, which is so surreal because it's like, damn, like that was like 21 years ago now and I still have it. Um, so yeah, I was born into the church. It's definitely been a big part of my life. Um, yeah, every Sunday I would go. I went to a Redeemed Church in Waterford. So we had that Sunday service, that Wednesday digging deep, that Friday faith clinic. Like every day of the week there was something going on in church. So I was there most of the time, and it was good. I kind of liked it because it kind of gave you something to do. Like after Sunday, sure, you go shopping with your family. It's kind of the day where we spent time together because we had a plan together as a family. Um, so about the age of, I think, maybe 14, 15, I joined the choir. Not because I can sing. Don't get me wrong, yeah, I can hold a note, but I can't sing like Mandy or Joy. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's basic. It's just the basic shower singing. Um, and my close friends and my family tell you that I burst into singing, and it's not really good. So tell me why I joined the choir. Anyways, I did, and in all honesty, I don't think I joined it for the right reasons. I think I was looking for something more to do that would like bring me closer to God. So I was like, oh yeah, let me just join something. Like, if it's not gonna be choir, it's gonna be the ushering or with the kids. Like, let me just do something. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, choir. Plus, my sister was there. My close friends from church were there too. So it was like, okay, why not? I'm having a little tea break because damn, talking this long, it gets you a bit parched. Tea hot. I can't put sugar. Anyways, yes. So I joined the choir. Definitely not for the right reasons. I just wanted to spend more time with my friends. I said it was to get closer to God, but let's be for real, it wasn't. Um, so yeah, I was singing, sing song every Sunday. Had choir practice on Thursday. It kind of boosted my ego in a sense that, oh, I'm going to church more. So if God was ever to say, oh, what did you do? I was like, hey, I've been going to church 4 days a week. Like, he got nothing on me. But that really wasn't it in reality. So COVID came and obviously we couldn't go to church anymore. Um, it moved online and obviously it just didn't hit the same because you've been so used to going to church in person for like 15, well, at this point now, probably like 17 years. And then all of a sudden it switched to online. Like, who's going to take it seriously? Like, I didn't take school seriously online. I'm sure I'm not going to take church seriously too. So then that's when my faith went downhill a lot because I wasn't pushed to, have a relationship with God or anything like that. Not even that, even when I went to church, my relationship was good anyways. It was more of a routine than a relationship. It was every Sunday you're going to church, and that was kind of it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, why are you going to church? It was just that it's Sunday, so everybody knows on Sunday you go to church. It was just kind of implemented in my life like that. Um, so then obviously couldn't go to church because of COVID, and I spent more time doing TikTok dances than I did opening the Bible, which was crazy because thinking about my life now, it's like, how did I get that far, or why did God even have mercy on me? Because if that was me, yeah, strike one, I'm out. Like, do you know what I mean? So that was that. Obviously, COVID ended, but at this point, I was in college, so I was like, there's no point of going back to my home church because I'm moving to a whole different city. I'm about to have my main character moment. Like, this is my time to shine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had big hopes for college. This is when my life went even more downhill. Like, nothing too crazy happened, but it was like, girl, pick it up, stand up. So I went to college. Everything was good. And it was like the first semester of first year. So obviously this is my first time having freedom. Like, I'm in a new city. It's not too busy. It's not too quiet. It's a bit of me. Like, I'm living away from home for the first time ever. It's all exciting. It's a whole new experience. So it's like, each day comes with a new surprise. So I was like looking forward to it. Not that my parents or my mom was strict or anything like that, but it was exciting in the sense that I didn't know what tomorrow held. Like, everything was in my hands, that kind of way. But the fact that everything was in my hands was the problem, because then I started to do things on my own accord. So at least during COVID, like when I was living at home, my mom would have us in the sitting room like every Sunday. At least we'd watch something from Nigeria, a service from Nigeria or something. At least I still had a little bit of structure to my life. But college, it was out the window. Like, I still brought a Bible to my accommodation, but like, it was collecting dust. It was a dust collector. It wasn't even a Bible. It was literally a dust collector. You could play X and O's on that Bible. It was bad. So I was in church. No, I was in Cork, and I was doing up the first year life. Like, I was going out, I was having fun. Like, my relationship with God was the last thing on my mind. Like, I had a taste of freedom. Do you know what I mean? Like, my life, like I said, was in my own hands. Um, so then I wasn't doing anything too crazy. Like, I kept to the book, but like it still wasn't the path that I was supposed to be on. It wasn't like if I kept going down that path, like it wasn't looking bright. It wasn't looking good. Um, so then I remember towards the end of like the first semester of first year, I was like, I think I was just in my room one day and I was watching Pastor Stephen Furnick and I was like, oh yeah, he's actually nice. Like I'm actually listening. So I had him up and I was on my like laptop or whatever and I was like watching and it was good. But then I remember, oh, like I have to do the dishes or like the floor needs to be swept or something like that. So I switched to my phone, have my AirPods in. So I'd be like watching it, but be doing other things at the same time. And let's be for real, like I wasn't listening to what he had to say or the word. I was just i was just having it playing so I could say it was played, so that the red line on YouTube would be all the way at the end, like that kind of satisfaction. So then one Sunday I was doing what I was doing. I was actually cleaning the house while watching the sermon, and I was trying to kill two birds at the with the one stone, that type of thing, like just to take it off my list. And then I remember I paused and I was like, are you actually listening to this thing? Or like, I was like, what are you actually doing? Like, come on, pick one. If you want to sweep the floor, sweep the floor. If you want to listen to a sermon, listen to a sermon. Like, what's this? Why are you doing two things at the one time? Like, come on. So then I paused it and I was like, right, next Sunday we're gonna go to a church. We're gonna go to a church. So I googled churches in Cork, and the first church that came up was Cork Church, and I was like, how ideal, because that's actually what I googled. And I clicked into their website. I looked through the what's it called bibliography of all the like pastors or whatnot, and I was like, okay, yeah, seems good, like it'll do. So the following Sunday, I went by myself, which was something I was used to, because I feel like college was the time to just do things by yourself. It's like, because if no one else is gonna do it, you have to just learn how to be independent in that kind of way. So I went by myself. It was very intimidating, but it wasn't the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a church. They're all gonna invite you in, ask your name and all that stuff. So it was nice. Um, so I think I continued to go to the church and everything was good, but I was still just kind of going just to go. Be like, oh yeah, look, I'm back going to church. Like, but my relationship with God wasn't forming, wasn't building. It was just, I'm just in the presence of other Christians. So I was like, me, like I was doing good for me, but like me and God's relationship, it still was not there. So one day, because the church I go to, they have this service for like young people. So I was there one day and I met these two girls. Shout out Debbie and Darren, and I could see them looking at me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I thought they were aunties. So I was like, oh, these aunties have come to grab me now, like like gonna put me into the choir all over again, or something like that. But they came up to me and they were like, I don't know who you are, but like God told me that I should literally, their words were, take you off the streets. Not that I was for the streets, but like they were like, we need to take you in. And I was like, that's when I kind of realized, I was like, oh, the fact that God is using other people to get to me, I was like, oh, he's chasing after me. Do you know what I mean? Like he's like doing things in ways I wouldn't think possible. Like I was like, because I'm not really a people, that kind of thing. I'm more of a introvert, or to stay at home. So the fact that he was using people to talk to, he's using other people for him to talk. You guys get for him to talk to me, it was like kind of surreal in my eyes. So I formed a friendship with them, and they, they're very, very, very good. I appreciate them more than they know, because they kind of like they like sparked something in me that kind of like planted the seed, or God planted the seed through them. And then I remember seeing how on fire they were for God, and I was like, oh, I'd love to get to that point. not tomorrow, but like at some point be like that. Do you know what I mean? And obviously it was it was a hit because it was like, oh, look at people my age, or like, look at people around you, they're so on fire for God, and you're not. Not that I was comparing myself to them, but I was kind of like, oh, it was kind of like a moment of realization. It was like, yeah, you're gonna have to cut down on some things. Not even cut down, you're gonna have to let go of some things if you want God. Like, it can't be one foot in, one foot out. It can't be. Do you know one Bible verse that like scares me the most is like, God hates a lukewarm Christian. I was like, whoa, he hates a lukewarm Christian. I was like, I don't want to be lukewarm. I don't want God to hate me because I need him more than anything. So anyways, I started going to church more often. I started going to their young adult service, and becoming more familiar with the church, and it was going very well. Then sorry, this is a tangent now to my story. This is my campus life. So there was ACS on, and I've been going with one of my girls, Jackie, and there was one day where Jackie was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna go, blah 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 blah, and I was like, oh yeah, if you're not gonna go, I'm not gonna go, because I'm scared. So I was like, but I have nothing else to do in the evening. I'm a first year, like honestly, what am I studying for? Like, do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, let me just put my big girl boots on and just go. Like, you never know. Like, college is the time to start doing things by yourself. So that's what I did. I put my big girl shoes on and I went to ACS. It's very intimidating because you're in a room full of black people, and I don't know if you guys know, but like black people can be very intimidating. So it's like, whoa. But anyways, I went and I was shy and I was kind of just keeping to myself. But then I seen this babe, yeah, this babe in a wig, this babe, this babe in a wig with fringe, and she was just talking, and she was just being a goof, and I was like, oh, this is my type of person. So I'm talking to her, and she's like, yeah, we choose introduce ourselves to each other, and she's like, yeah, my name is Joy. I'm like, yeah, my name is Sandra. And then she starts speaking in Yoruba. That's like our language and our dialect in Nigeria. And I was like, oh, so you're a Yoruba babe? And she's like, yeah. Like, yeah, me too. And she's like, oh my gosh. That's how she grabbed me. She said, yeah, sit beside me. That whole ACS, yeah, we were not paying attention. We were just laughing. We were just doing our own thing. And ACS was on a Tuesday. And we are like, oh, guys, I'm hungry. I was like, I'm hungry too. And she was like, today's Tuesday. Hillbilly Zoom, buy one, get one free. And I was like, this girl actually gets me. So that's how we started our friendship with some good hillbillies. And that girl's name is Joy. Yeah, that's Joy. Joy is the joy of my life. Oh, she's cheesing. She's cheesing on this side. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Joy is a good friend of mine. I can't even call her a friend at this point. Like she's literally my sister. Like she's my family in this city. Like, so I met Joy, and our story is one for the books, but not for the podcast. That's another episode. I kid, I joke, I prank. So then Joy was like, oh, like, do you go to church and all that stuff? And we kind of like talked about our relationship with God and how far like along we are, and all that jazz. And we kind of were on the same page more or less, in the sense that we are both very much like, one foot in, one foot out, but we kind of want to be two feet in. So we kind of like we do push each other, like even till now, to become the best versions of ourselves. We are trying. We are very much trying. Each day is its own battle, but here we are. So I think she was a good blessing. I think God also used her to talk to me, and I appreciate him and her for that. At this point, I'm like in second year of college. I'm used to it. I know how it rolls and all that stuff. But still, again, my relationship is not good. It's better, but it's still not where it should be at. Um, I do at this point in time, I'm still going to church. I'm still doing all the good stuff, but I'm not being all in that kind of way. Um, so then I'm kind of thinking to myself like, yeah, this is the point where I need to start cutting stuff out. So I remember just sitting in my room one day and just like I didn't even start praying or anything. I think I just sat there in silence, and I was just literally waiting for the Holy Spirit to like speak to me, and He did. And I thought it was gonna be like a voice, like saying, "My child, you are here." All this stuff. It wasn't. He literally just speaks to your heart. It's like a whisper, and you feel it. You feel it in like even just goosebumps, that kind of way. And that's when I knew like, yeah, God is for me. And the thing about God is like, really, if He is for you, who can be against you? Like, my favorite thing is it's in God's hands now. It's above me. Like when I say it's above me, it's above me. It's in heaven. Like it's really with God. And once I even like started to say that out loud, I really started to live it too. Because there's a difference between saying and doing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when you actually take action to what you're saying or how you want to live, you have a lifestyle up, like a planned lifestyle in your head. There's only so much you can do by planning it out, writing it, all that stuff. You actually have to take the step and start to live it. Like you have to start cutting down all these things. You have to stop living in the world because it can't satisfy you. It's only going to satisfy your flesh. And one day we're all going to be buried, and we're all going to be dead. It's your soul that's going to matter. You have to feed your soul. So that's what I started to do. Obviously I knew of the Bible because I went to Redeem, I went to Sunday school. Like I knew of the stories, but did I actually know what God was trying to tell me? Like the Bible is the instructions to the world. Like God put you in this earth and you're asking, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. He literally left you a book that has all the answers in it. And when I realized that, I was like, yeah, okay, let me give this book a chance. Like and I did. Then that started this just September gone. I really made a pact to like get on my A game, that kind of thing. So I started to read the Bible more. I started to listen to podcasts and even just listen to more gospel music because it really just makes a difference in your life. Like usually when I get up in the morning and like I'm in the shower, I play like just my regular playlist. But I'll be switching from Afro to jazz to R&B to pop to whatever. Like I'm just like, even my playlist is a mix. It's messed up that the day going ahead is gonna be like, ugh. So I started to substitute that with gospel music, and it made such a difference to how I would go about my day. And it was very, very impressive because it's like, if music alone can do that, I'm more than excited to see what God would do. So I made all these little changes in my life. I'm not where I want to be. I am still not perfect at all. Like I will fall. I still do fall so many times. Like I like one of my worst traits is my tongue, like in all kind of ways. Like I even just now there's so many times where I'm biting my tongue not to like curse, or because it's just so natural to me. Or like another bad traits I have is like I am one for the gossip, like, and it's so bad. Like it's because even after I do, I'm just like, okay, so what did you gain? It's like, it's not a good characteristic to have. But I am trying. I am not perfect. I am far from perfect. But I think that I am better than I was 2 years ago, even a year ago, 6 months ago. Um, I am so much more better because I am changing just the little steps, you know. Sorry. Just the little steps help a lot, because there's no point trying to, stretch your legs out and trying to get to the finish line when, it's all about the steps that you take there. Like, comparing myself to others is also a bad habit that I have, um because comparison it's the thief of joy. Like, it's like, once I start doing that, I just feel bad. I feel like a failure, like, but I'm not, because I have God with me. um I also, not that my circle was bad to begin with, but I improved my circle. I met, like, really nice people. By nice, I mean I met, like, my people for life. I met my hangout people. I met my NNB, and they really set me on a path. Each of them has, like, a different story on how they impacted me. Like, it's crazy how people can really change your life, how people can, set you straight. It's especially when it's people that come from God. It's like, yeah, it's like, God, you cooked with these people. They help you, they understand you, they just want to see you grow, and it's just like, wow, I didn't know I could be loved this much by people. So it's like, it's a blessing for real to have them in my life. Even when we just hang out together, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, because it's hard when you're living by yourself, and it's like you get, bombarded with, like, life and college and whatnot, but then you find, like, moments of, like, pause. It's like the world literally just goes still, and you're just enjoying yourself, and, kind of centers you back down, and it's very good. It's needed. It really is needed. So I appreciate my close circle for that. Now, what is left for me in the future? I don't know. But you know what? It's in God's hands. It's in God's hands. Um, I'm in my third year of college, so, I'll be wrapping up soon by the grace of God. Um, After that, you know what? I plan to do this. I plan to do that. You say your plans and God laughs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, He has plans for you. So that's one thing I have to learn, that it's like, my life really is not in my own hands. Like, I am the most logic person you will ever meet. I will rationalize everything. Like, everything has to be in my Google Calendar. Everything has to have happened by a certain point. Like, I'm so structured that it's kind of holding me back from just living and just enjoying. But I know that, the Google Calendar can only do so much. It can only remind you a week before, or an hour before. Like, come on. But God, He is there forever, from the beginning to the end. He is the Alpha and the Omega. So it's like, why not just trust Him? Why not just put everything in His hands? Because He doesn't want to see you fail. Like, that's the last thing He wants to see. He just wants you to be good, to succeed and to thrive. Like, And honestly, if you were to ask me what my plan is for the future, honestly, it's just to find what He has called me for, why He brought me to this earth, and fulfill it. Like, whatever His will is for me, I want to fulfill it. Of course, I want a degree on the side and maybe a husband too along the way. But you know what? I've come this far through God, and I know that He will carry me through the rest. So that is my story. Again, I just want to remind you guys that life it's not easy. You don't know what everyone is going through, but I really do encourage you guys, even if it seems like you're lost, or your relationship with God isn't that good, or you don't have a relationship at all, start from somewhere. I had to start again. I had to live in the world to know that I want to live in the word. Do you know what I mean? It's everybody's story is different and everybody is not perfect. But God doesn't want you to be perfect. He doesn't want you to come best dressed, to, be this person who never curses or, doesn't do anything, out of the ordinary. He wants you to come as you are. Because there's this like story that I think everybody kind of knows of. It's like, you don't see healthy people walking into the hospital. They have no purpose in the hospital. It's the sick people that needs the help. So why would you go to God perfect and good? I mean, if you are, still go to him because you're gonna need him anyways. But like, go as you are, go broken, because God fixes broken people. I mean, he fixed me, like, and I'm here today. I'm still broken. I still have cracks, but I'm confident that he will walk me through and he'll pull me through everything. He doesn't want to see any of us fail. Like, that's the thing. Like, you might be thinking, God, why this? Why that? Just wait. Give him a minute. Just give him a minute. Like, he's gonna pull through. Like, so many times where I've been rushing God, like, rushing God. He not give to me, slap in the face. I'm like, yeah, that's the last time I try to do things on my own accord. But yeah, wait for God. And I wanna end this with my favorite Bible verse. It's Romans 8:18. I'm pretty sure. I'm 99.9% sure it's Romans 8:18, but it says, do not worry about the past, or don't fear about the past, but know that, like, do you know what? I'm just gonna put it up because it's quite embarrassing that I don't know it. But it's about how you shouldn't be fearful of the past or don't regret the past, but look to the future, because that's where he is. He's with us all the time, past, present, and future. But let me just let me put it up. Romans. In this meantime, while I'm waiting to pull up the Bible verse, you guys should subscribe to the bench, because why not? While you're here, while you're waiting, just do it. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a minute. I'm gonna take it extra long so you can like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you. Sorry, I had to. But it is not Romans 8:18. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that it's not Romans 8:18. Comment down below if you can. Comment down below if you can find it. It could be Romans 8:8. Wow, guys, I should have came prepared. I should have came prepared. I'm gonna say it in my own words. The past is the past. You can't change the past, but you can change the future, and God should be in your future. That's basically what it's saying. But do comment down below when you do find it, because I need to find it clearly. But yeah, guys, that's me. That's my story. My story is not finished. It is still in God's hand, and He still writing it. So I will love and leave you guys, and thank you guys for watching The Bench.
You finish?
I finish. Yay! It's a tripod.
It's recording, bro.
Oh. What is it for a behind the scenes?
Hey guys, I decided to show up for Sandra's.
It's my episode. Come, Andy.
Yeah, the whole gang is here.
Gang. These are my sisters.
So,
My sisters.
peace.
Say
We
hi.
love God.
Hi, guys.
We're here to support Sandra.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she needs our support. We're good friends, good sisters.
Good to see you. You excited? How you feeling?
Yeah,
I've been ready.
Pre-recording.
how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
The Holy Ghost gonna work through you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna work through me. I'm gonna ask him to speak through me, touch somebody.
Yeah, that's it. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
We don't have.
Honey,
Yeah,
and
no.
ginger.
We don't have it.
You have peppermint.
I have peppermint. You like peppermint?
This is going to be in the behind the scenes. Well, as Sandra would always say, yeah, guys. She does that everything.
Oh, it's my what's it called?
It's a well-known,
My well-known dance move.
dance
like.
move. Yeah. So
Oh,
you
wow.
dance?
Yeah, I'm a dancer.
Oh.
I'm a dancer.
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
What type of dance?
I do hip hop. I'll be doing contemporary. I'll do. I'm lying. I'm lying.
I
do hip hop.
would do
That's
contemporary.
dance coming out already.
She had to prove to us that she
You
was
know,
not
dancing,
lying.
yeah.
She's a beat.
What's that one? Pookie.
Okay.
Oh wow. See, I cannot do
Victor, you actually did.
No.
Yeah, money gets it.
That's my cue.
She
That's my cue.
can't handle it. She can't.
But you excited to be on the bench?
I am. It's been long waited
Yes.
since
it has.
we've met Franklin.
Which was like
That was your own fault.
Yeah,
we met Franklin
September.
September.
No, but we knew him
We knew him, yeah, around May.
May, but we
Yeah.
weren't like friends with him.
Good friends
Yeah.
like that.
But
So, I'm
since
excited
September,
Because
Same.
you guys' one has been so like.
long
Long time
awaited,
coming.
long
time
awaited.
coming up.
Yeah,
Of course.
your
They've just
mommy's
been
calling
holding
you.
back, they've just
My
been
mom is
fighting.
calling. Bye guys. Mwah.
They've been holding back. They've been fighting.
Yeah. No, we're just waiting for Franklin for whenever he was ready to have us.
But then Franklin grabbed them.
Yeah. Said New Year, you guys gonna do this.
Franklin grabbed everybody. Oh my god.
Bring your Buddha noodles. Let me come and cook and do it somewhere for them.
No. Guys.
Is this the same mic that Joy had?
Yeah.
Oh, I told her
Yeah, just hold it like that.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like I won't be fidgeting with it.
No,
'Cause-
no.
Don't fidget, bruh.
Yeah, because you can hear on the mic when you.
Oh, it's like crunch crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't do SMR.
Don't do it, Sandra. Your kids keep going. The tea is ready.
Oh, let me just put it here.
Yeah.
Where are you going with
Where are
that?
you going?
Where are you going?
Man, they give us some words.
Give us some
Guys.
notes. Give us some keys. Wait, do you know
keys.
you sing and I lip sync, so it looks like I'm singing.
Okay, no problem. I
But
got
stand
you.
there,
Okay.
so they will sing.
No problem.
What song are you singing? Song that we
They
all
won't
know.
be able to hear on the mic.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
What happened?
wait. I need to hide.
What happened?
I'm gonna pretend like I'm a singer. But mine is there singing.
So what song are you singing?
What one should we both know?
You're not even holding the mic.
Wait, guys, I know the song will sing.
Oh, I see.
If you continue to give.
Yes.
Alright, everybody
This
get.
one doesn't
Please.
know.
I don't know it.
You
Oh.
don't know it.
See the way she's
lip sync with
Sandra.
us. Enter. No, everybody must sing this. This is our community.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
We have our director right here.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Franklin.
3, 2, 1.
If
you continue to give temporary solutions to the poorest of the poor, to the poorest of the
Sing with me
poor,
now.
one day the poor will become the poorest, and the poorest will become the poorest of the poorest, the poorest of the poorest. If you continue.
I won't lie. We stopped there for a reason.
Yeah, alright, let's leave it there.
My bad.
Oh my God.